Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. You may have seen I've done a couple of little shorts on these. If you haven't already, go onto the channel and check out the shorts and you'll see that there's a short for each of these. But I thought I'd do a little bit more of a better look at them, to be honest. So these are two of the four of the Hyper Megatech Super Micro keyrings. So we've got the Burger Time Super Micro, which comes with 3 games by Data East, and then we've got the one on the left, which is just the Space Invaders one only. So we'll crack them open, have a look at them, have a bit more discussion of them, tell you my thoughts. So I'll just take them out and I'll be back. Right, so this leaflet also comes with it, so you can see the 4 options that you can get with them. And so you've got Super Burger Time, sorry, not Super Burger Time, that's a completely different Burger Time game, and it's not on there. So you've got Burger Time, Space Invaders, Centipede, and Asteroids. So all the other 3, apart from Space Invaders, all come with 3 classic games on them. So I imagine they must have licensed these games. Obviously, with the Asteroids one, it would have been Atari. Actually, the Centipede one would have been Atari as well, which is good news because they haven't just gone down the route of only getting licensing or permission from Data East alone. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Data East because they've got some great games, but they've also got some terrible games as well. So, right, I'll just move this aside and we'll have a look at Space Invaders. So let's hope that this can focus on the screen well enough. I'll just tap the screen there just to see if we can get it in a bit more focus. So as you can see here, we've got what would have been the bezel art for the arcade cabinet, and it is absolutely lovely. It's just fantastic. You can see it's got the keyring on it, so it's got the quick release, so you can attach that to keys and stuff like that. On the back, you can see it's got Hyper Megatech embossed on it. It's a bit of a better view, so you can kind of see it there. So I think that the focus is on the centre, so if I try and move it to the centre there, hopefully you can see it a bit better. It takes 3 AAA batteries, so really easy to get. They're cheap enough to get nowadays. How does it play? It plays really nicely. Controls are quite good. They're a bit stiff to start with, but you're kind of going to wear them in. And it plays just like Asteroids. It's a game that I never really knew how to play properly, so I was doing a bit of research when I bought this just to see if there was a better way to do it, because I was doing the typical trying to take out the bottom line row by row, and then you get all the aliens that go a lot faster and you end up failing. You can't end up beating the level, or it's very difficult to, at least. And I found that the best way to do it is to actually take them out from the sides here, and I managed to get to about level 3 already when I've just been playing it. But buttons feel really nice, are very responsive. It feels like a decent quality for what you pay. I mean, I paid £20 for this and I got it from the game collection. Now, the price varies on them. With the game collection, the £20 included postage as well, whereas there's some other places where you have to pay for the postage separately. Also, with this, it's very disappointing, I've got to say, that all that's on it is Space Invaders. It would have been good to, I think, is there Space Invaders 2? I know there's Space Invaders DX, but there's quite a few different types of Space Invaders games. It would have been great to have seen more than one game on here, because you're only getting one game for what you're paying for. But with the other 3, you're getting far more games, because you're getting 3 on each of the systems. However, it is a lovely collectible. I really like it. It reminds me of back in the day when I was younger, growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, that the little LCD computer games that you used to take on a car journey, and you get your fixed playing games that way. And some of them were great, some of them were absolutely awful, but this just reminds me of that time. What can I say about this for improvements? I would say I don't think that Hyper Megatech are really going to improve on this themselves unless they release another version. But I think if people are able to hack it and add other games on it, or swap out, like keep Space Invaders, but maybe have a couple of different option of games on there, it would make this a lot better. I think it is a little bit of a novelty, I've got to admit, but I do love the form factor. They're collectible, and I'm very happy to have them. I'm, I have actually enjoyed playing this. It's been good. It's been good to try and learn how to play Space Invaders a bit better than what I have been able to. Obviously, very classic game, one of the original games apart from Pong. But yeah, to be honest, with this one, if it was on an offer where it was maybe £15 for it, I think it'd be far more worth the value. But again, I got quite lucky because I only paid £20 for it with the postage, and some of them they're expecting you to pay extra for the postage. So let's move on to the next one. Right, so this is the Burger Time one. I knew I had to get this when I saw it advertised because I absolutely adore the arcade game Burger Time. Of course, you can see the what would have been the glass bezel on the arcade machine there with the artwork, and it looks great. The actual machine is a fantastic looking machine. It's quite quirky. Like I say, it's a very good game to play. I did forget to say actually that with these two, obviously they're two of the four, but actually, so Space Invaders was the third one of the four, and this one is the fourth one of the four. I do have the other two coming on the way. I'll be getting those for Christmas because that's what I've asked for, and I have, as it stands, a complete collection of these. And I would like to say I would like to see, sorry, I meant to say, although I've been a little critical, I'd still like to see more of these from a collector's point of view because I think they look great. They'd make really lovely display things to go along with anyone's collection and stuff. So let's take a quick look at Burger Time here. Is that focusing or not? Let's just see if we can perhaps focus a little better. So these do have sound. Oh, there we go. Better turn that down just in case Data East want to try and copyright strike me for any reason. I don't want that. Unfortunately, it's really difficult to get a good angle for you to see. But this is one of the complaints that I do actually have with this one. As much as I was saying that I really enjoy Burger Time as a game, it's a great game, I love playing it. I got to say that the all the pixels being squeezed into a screen this size, and when you're getting into your 40s, and I'm a couple of years into my 40s nearly now, and when you're getting slightly tired eyes and you struggle to see as well as you used to. I mean, I only have to wear reading glasses these days. I don't have to wear glasses for any other reason, but I do find to play this and to see it, I do have to put the old reading glasses on. So it's, as I say, it's not very kind to aging eyes. Other than that, it's the arcade ROM of Burger Time. It's good. I had a couple of issues when I first got it with the D-pad because I think it's set to an 8-way rather than 4-way, which it's a 4-way game, so it perhaps should have been set to 4-way because of that, you get stuck on the ladders where you're trying to press, say, a left or right to come off at the platforms, and unfortunately, you might be pressing a diagonal, well, without realising, which is what tends to happen when you've got an 8-way. Yeah, it does play quite decently. It's quite hard to see. Again, really lovely collectible aspects. But yeah, this one just it's not great, unfortunately. I'm still happy to own it. I'll still play it. But you got things like games like Karate Champ. I mean, apart from maybe the occasional time on this, I don't see myself really playing this game very often, to be honest. This just, I feel it's quite an odd choice. And it's quite a difficult one as well, actually. Although I seem to be doing quite well this time while playing it. But the sound's great on it. It sounds very good. Maybe it's a game because I've never really played it. I've just got to get used to how it plays, and I might get into it. Who knows? Let's swap out to the final game, Side Pocket. Oh, look, we've got a bit of a crash going on there. That's one of the other things that I don't like about this at the moment. It doesn't have a reset button, so you have to flick it off and then on again. Reset button would have been nice, but, you know, that's just neither here or there, really. I will say, like I said, in person, the screen is rather nice. It's got a lovely display. The sound's great on it. This is quite a strange game, if you've ever played it before or not. I do enjoy a pool game, but this one is quite weird. I nearly potted the white there. Can't even see the guideline there. Oh, that was close. Didn't manage to pot it though. But yeah, that one was a quick look. Obviously at, oh, what was that game called again? Sorry, I've forgotten already. Was it Side Pocket? I think it was. Yes, it was Side Pocket, so that was Side Pocket as well. So, I like them overall for the aesthetic, the collectability of them. If I had them out on display, I'd probably want to put them, probably get something 3D printed that they can stand on at being an angle. I think more than anything, it's probably just going to be a little collector's item just to look pretty in my shelf. What else would I like to see if they carried on releasing it and they could get better licenses and things? What other sort of games do we think we want to see? So, you know, if anyone wants to comment and say what they'd like to see as well. But so yeah, I was just trying to have a little think for a second of 3 games that I might like to see on something like this going forward, if it was possible, and if it was possible to have all 3 on the same one. So one of them, I think, Ghouls and Ghosts. It's a really tough game, but I think having it on something like this, it would look great, and you just learn how to play the game and hopefully get further and further. I think it would give me more reason to pick something like this up and play it rather than trying to play it on emulation and trying to play it that way. So that was one of them. Another one that I was thinking of is a game called Arabian, which is a really cool game where you're a pirate, you're on a pirate ship, you've got the letters of Arabian scattered all over the ship in these sort of pots of treasure, and you've got some enemies, so you can kick like a Bruce Lee, you can do a flying kick, and you can jump up ropes, climb up ropes, climb up ladders, and you've got to collect Arabian in order while trying not to get killed. And it is great fun. The third game, which I thought would be quite good on it as well, which is not, I can't remember the original one that I thought of that I thought would have been good, but it's another one that sprang to mind. But the only thing is, this game is a little too similar to Arabian, so maybe it wouldn't be such a great choice with that, but maybe on another one, I think the game Hopper Robo by Sega would be quite good. My friends over at 10 Pence Arcade covered the game a couple of months ago, and I took part of the 10 Pence High School Challenge on that, and it was a fantastic game. Again, a lot like Arabian, you've got things scattered all over. I think it's numbered blocks, if I remember rightly, on different platforms. You've got some springs that you can jump on to go higher and climb ladders. Again, unfortunately, a little bit too similar to Arabian to be on the same one, but it would make a great game to go on to one of these on its own with a couple of different games. So that about does it for this video. Waffled on quite a lot, and when I get the other 2 just after Christmas, I shall give you my thoughts on those as well. So thanks for checking out the video. Hope everyone is well, and I'll see you in the next one.